everyone. We're in the M20 Mooney today. We're sitting at 7,500 feet, and we are turbo normalized right now, running 27 inches of manifold pressure, 2,500 RPM. That's giving us about 141 knots. Indicated airspeed here at 7,500 feet. We're going to take a look at this Garmin watch. So it's off right now, so you can see how it all works. I've had a long time to play with it, and I'll go through a couple of the features with it. My initial frustrations over setting up the app and everything else, obviously you'll see in that first video, after receiving some assistance, we really got into using the actual watch. So I've got it set up right now to provide weather information for my local airport. Because I'm 7,500 feet over the middle of the bush and Canadian Shield. I haven't got cellular network coverage here, so it's not going to display any of that information. I managed to get my Zulu time set up here, so it's 15:10 right now. Quick push of the button here, and this brings me to a couple of things I've set up, obviously flying being the big one, but I've actually been using this for some biking and running as well, and I've found it really interesting to kind of track what I've been doing, and that total bonus. Wasn't expecting to use something like that at all, but I actually have, to my surprise. So if I select fly now, it'll search for and find the GPS signal. It's ready. Oh, it said it was ready. Now it says wait for GPS. False hope. It'll vibrate my wrist when it is ready, so you don't have to watch it if you are doing things. There are also the ability to set this up so that just when you take off and it notices that you're flying above a certain speed and has some other parameters set, it will actually automatically set itself up. So there it goes, it's ready. So I click go and it starts the flight. Now obviously I am flying right now, but you're getting the idea. So we've got a ground speed of 140 knots, so we're pushing into some wind. We're at a barometric altitude of 7,100 feet, and I can cycle through a few different pages. It'll find the nearest airport to us here. DNW3, okay, that's Bancroft. That's just in front of us. Yeah, 9 miles. I can see that down there. So that's quite a handy feature. I can then select an airport, and if I hit favorite, it takes me to the one I've predefined. Nearest, obviously, that's going to take us to nearest. You can select nav aids and intersections as well. We'll enter the ident for the airport we're going to right now, which is Pembroke, BY. The hey, and then you hit the top button here with the. There we go, and it says, do you want to go to Pembroke? It's 61 miles away on a bearing of 310. Yes. And then we got a little HSI, 61 miles. I need to turn my heading a little bit. 25 minutes until we get there, and the HSI is coming around. So we'll try heading about 040 and see what that gives us. Maybe I'll keep that coming to 045. So now we got Pembroke set in there. And we've got our direct to feature now, 60 miles, giving us 26 minutes. Again, we've got a sort of an HSI, or not an HSI, but a course deviation indicator on here, so showing me what's going on. The screen times out after a little while, and it's just done by sort of movement, so that'll bring it back up. I can start a timer in the bottom here, quite helpful. If I push and hold this bottom button, I get a few different settings. Navigation, fly settings. So I can come into fly settings, I can look at alerts. Oop, too many buttons pushed. Okay, and I can add alerts to the thing, and just allowing to let me know what's going on. If I push that settings button and then aviation, there's a fuel tank reminder. So I can say, yes, turn that on for me, and I can select the time. Now my wrist will buzz. Okay, when when that 30 minutes is expired, reminding me to change the fuel tanks so that I don't inadvertently run one dry. Quite a handy tool again. I mean, touch wood, I haven't done that in the past, but, you know, I'm hopping in and out of lots of different airplanes, fatigue, anything else. Having that set up as a reminder, it's kind of nice. I've used it on a few flights now, and it comes every 30 minutes and you set it. I still like to kind of keep a manual track of it as well, just in case something goes wrong with this. So I can go back into the watch settings, and it will continue to do all of that flying and tracking. I can scroll around in here and control, you know, messages, calendar. Obviously, a lot of this is hooked up to the phone when cellular network's working. I can monitor my pulse oxygenation, which is proved to be very useful, actually, a very handy thing. It monitors heart rate. That's really interesting. Flying the Oshkosh arrival as an instructor, sort of coaching someone through it, I got a higher heart rate than I do on like a good workout or bicycle ride. There's a step tracker and a number of items like that. We can also look at various airports, okay, get their frequency, airport information, runway information. Again, if this is connected to the cellular network and data, it'll provide the information there on what the current winds are, and so what the headwind, what the crosswind components are, and things like that. So, but it's giving me frequencies, runway information, so I can enter right where we're going. A little slow, obviously, having to scroll like this, but I've been very impressed with its abilities, and you know, the aircraft I'm flying today doesn't have a GPS. Okay, so now I can look 1735, 5,000 feet, 122.8, so I could go ahead and, you know, get that set up in there. Not that you wouldn't still have your regular electronic flight bag or paper copies of everything, but this is pretty handy information. And then back over, and then back to the HSI. Oh my gosh, I've even kept my track while we've been doing this. Okay. 23 minutes, 7,500 feet. We're going to have to lose ourselves 6,000 feet, so I need to start a descent about 14, 15 minutes back from the airport. So we got a little bit of time. A little bit of time as we head in there. Anyway, those are some of the features of the D2 Air X10 watch. I've been really impressed with it. You can set up timers. I've got this one set up so I can just push it, and then, you know, at any point I can just enter a timer for whatever I might be doing. You know, there's a 30-minute one, yes, and then let's go. All right, perfect. So that'll buzz in 30 minutes. There's a stopwatch. That's a lovely feature. I can answer the phone on this one. You can't do that with the newest, I think it's the Mach 1. And the price point and that not being able to do that, I thought, really sold this one. Plus, I like the look of this one a bit better. And I have really liked being able to answer the phone. I obviously get quite a lot of phone calls for, you know, both flying and maintenance and instruction and running a business. And having this on my watch, and you know, if I'm stuck under an airplane, being able to look, see who's calling, and go, no, I don't need to talk to the bank right now. I can leave that, or yes, that's a customer. I absolutely need to make the answer this phone call, or even, yes, that's a call I need to answer, but it's only a quick one, so I can answer it right on the phone, have the conversation that I need, and then carry on with what I'm doing. The only thing I will say is the screen, it's a more delicate watch than a standard watch, and I probably can't see it in the video, but I have managed to scratch the screen, which I was very disappointed at, so I should probably look into a screen protector, although that's kind of like putting a raincoat on after you've already got wet now. But maybe I can get some sort of screen protector for it. Don't know about that. Something to do some research on, but definitely want to be a little more careful with it. So anytime I'm doing any sort of really in-there maintenance, now I am taking it off so that I don't further deteriorate that screen. Okay, I think that's enough for now. If anyone wants to see anything more, please leave some comments, and I'd be happy to go over some other features with it. I have been really impressed with this. I'm using it in the biplane. I'm using it in customers' aircraft, and delivering aircraft, and it's been great for just keeping a flight log as well. I can go to my phone. Once I've saved this flight, I can go to my phone and review it and see, how far we went, what we did, lots of data, but also it's tracking the time. So at the end of the day, I've got a nice little backup log of all the flights that I've done, and that's been really great. So hope you found this helpful. Get out there, get lots of flying done. And if you've got anything else you'd like to see, maintenance-wise, flying-wise, please, we'd love to hear from you. So happy tailwinds, everyone, and stay safe.